pause. Press play. Don't pause.
Comics Plus, what is going on? My name is Akasan.
What's up, Super Cruise? DC Sun.
Oh yeah, here we go.
World's finest.
The world's finest. We're here. We're doing a late night. It's like a midnight showing of Suicide Squad.
The Suicide.
The Suicide Squad, courtesy of HBO Max here, getting this because if you can't make it to theaters like us,
That's
here
your
we
next
are.
best.
5,000 people getting sick every day. Yeah, you know we're gonna stay home on this one.
It does have you wondering, well, how many will go up tomorrow?
So what you're saying is we're some sort of suicide
Squad.
squad. I'm looking forward to this movie. It's just nice to have some good DC content out there again.
It's nice to have some good DC content, but it's just nice to have something that I wasn't expecting to come out.
True.
Because, you know, your usual big tentpole movies, it's like, okay, this is all the marketing for it, this is coming out.
Right.
And it's stuff that is usually kept in like a mainstream
Right.
format. Of some
Talk about making lemons, you know, lemonade from lemons and such.
Yeah.
You know, James Gunn was essentially fired from Disney, from Marvel.
That's
and
right. Over
WB,
some things
yeah.
happened like a decade
Yep.
ago.
WB came in. Well, like, you don't want them?
Really?
We'll
Sure,
take them.
we'll take 'em.
And if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have this movie. That's wild.
That's true.
That is
'Cause
wild.
Didn't he sign on to do like 2 separate projects, and this
Yeah.
ended up being
One
the
of 'em.
script that
Right.
he really liked out of the 2,
I think-
so he started with this.
I believe that WB actually offered him to do the Super
Superman-
Pets.
Super
Pets, possibly the Superman thing, and the Suicide Squad. He was like, all right, you know, let me try the Suicide Squad. So here we are.
Yeah, and I think it kind of fits because with this, ideally, you can do something kind of quirky, crazy, go off the
Look, I
rails if you
mean,
want to.
this dude made
James Gunn.
this dude made a talking raccoon
Yeah,
a household name. So
I will
you
give
know,
it to him. He actually made me interested in watching.
yeah.
So
If James Gunn, you know, like let's see if the Gunn touch can reinvent the Suicide Squad here.
I hope so.
I like the first one though, so you know. Do you have any death predictions of anything? I felt like that would have been kind of cool to write down to see all the people that
Like
died. But
character-wise, or just in
I
general?
was going to say, but you know, I honestly don't. Because I can't even remember everybody
I've never
on.
seen like the teaser trailer, and then after that,
That's
I didn't
it,
watch
right?
anything else. So I'll say half the crew,
Right.
only because it's like it's a Suicide Squad.
I
Someone
will
has to
say,
die.
I will say that some of the main people that we've been seeing, I think that's where the surprise is going to be. Like when you see the entire squad, you're like,
It's
okay,
like,
there's like 20 of them on the group.
The long
Right.
blonde hair. He
He's
played
dead.
Vandu.
Right. He's
Yondu,
dead.
excuse me.
Yondu. And then there's another one
Why do
too.
you think he's dead? Just feeling. I think him and Nathan Fillion.
Okay.
Only because it's like you can take your
Right.
arms off. Wow.
Peacemaker is still going to be around, probably, but you know that's what they said. They said don't get
Do you
too
think
attached.
we'll get to see him? I couldn't help it, guys. Sorry.
Here we go. Your reaction to
My humor's been killed by the Suicide Squad.
your reaction to the Suicide Squad. Full reaction is available on Patreon, by the way, and your reaction to it starts now.
Your name is TGK, correct?
Who is this?
Yeah. And it stands for what?
Javelin.
Stands for me. That's what a name is.
Your name is letters? All names are letters, dickhead.
It's not wrong.
I love your accent.
American women all love accents.
I do. Because we don't got none. Oh my god, is it a werewolf? I wanted to meet a werewolf forever.
He's a weasel, he's harmless. He's not harmless.
Ouch.
He can't swim.
Did anyone check on whether the weasel could swim?
Wait, are you serious? Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Yo, I can't believe we just lost one already.
That was messed up.
That was worse than Deadpool too.
Right? They basically get introduced and then
Right.
killed.
He should probably let go. Oh, damn.
Boom.
Damn.
Damn. I mean, where was he even trying to swim at this
hell?
point? Yeah.
Warner Brother Pictures presents.
Wow, what an intro.
Team 2 holding up.
Team 2?
Team 2, check set point. Bravo.
They were the damn decoys.
On the South Beach are engaged. Team 2 is clear to go on the
There you
Nice,
go. There
very
you go.
nice,
That's
very
pretty
nice.
cool. Okay. There you go. That's kind of cool.
There it is.
That
70s, 80s.
at
is
first
cool.
I was a little worried. I'm like, this is the face of the DCEU here.
Not the same person. Deadshot, they're like, let's make him as bald as possible. Bloodsports, let's give him as much hair as possible. So you can differentiate
I think
one from the
originally
other.
he was supposed to be, but then they decided just to rewrite.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
That
used
gets
to
me anytime. Hair and drains.
Yep. I used to stay in a dorm just like that.
He's in prison for putting Superman in the ICU with a kryptonite bullet. Dubois.
You know what? I actually want to see that.
Okay.
That would be an interesting movie.
You go to prison for that now.
I don't only care that you got caught. I care that you got caught for stealing something as stupid as a fucking TV watch.
No, what's fucking embarrassing is having you as my father.
Damn.
That we have the highest mortality rate in the entire U.S. prison system.
Damn.
What's it in my fucking door?
I'm protecting this country. This is Christopher Smith, known as Peacemaker. In his hands,
Hey.
anything is a deadly weapon. His father was a soldier who trained his son how to kill from the moment he was born.
His
You having a laugh?
What?
You just said each member of the team is chosen for their unique abilities.
Right.
He does exactly
What I do, yeah.
yeah.
always hit my target's dead center.
So smart, me. Enjoy books so much.
Be a mite careful.
You know, that's
as he
Sylvester
becomes-
Stallone.
Next we have
But he's
Cleo
cute.
Pazzo. My deepest apologies for disturbing you. It's alright. Get your ass out here.
He's a good artist.
Millennials.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Oh, no way.
And finally we have Abner Krill,
Hey.
On his neck.
a power dampener. They call him the polka dot man.
Hey.
He's been in everything.
What's he do? Throw polka dots at people?
Yeah.
He throws polka dots at people.
Holy shit.
Polka dot man. I was hoping you'd entertain my kid's birthday party. You fucking pussy!
Calendar Man.
That's his brother.
Yep.
Need to debrief.
He's in Guardians.
Oh,
also.
okay.
He's one of the prisoners.
Puerto Montes
Oh,
is a small
Isn't that
island nation
Bane's
on the
Island?
coast of South America.
yeah.
Over the past 100
Yeah.
years, our intelligence sources tell us that starfish is extraterrestrial in origin. It is potentially
Starro
self-resident
starfish?
for
Yeah.
Americans and the world.
Okay.
Your mission,
Intrigued.
How are we supposed to get in?
Gaius Greaves, the thinker, is a geneticist in charge of Project Starfish.
That.
After hours, he hangs out.
That's
at
the
a gentleman's
thinker?
club known as La Pepita Amable.
Starfish is a slang term for a butthole. Think there's any connection?
He's so stupid. That's it?
We're gonna die.
I hope so.
Yo, that delivery is funny.
Right? I
I hope so. Okay, so there we go. Now.
I'll say this. I like Bloodsport's armor.
Yeah. I didn't even realize he had a jaw.
Yeah, this was spinning with the
Oh,
inches.
okay.
Carry it for what?
Carry it for who? For what? What the heck?
I'm with her.
Carry it for?
Muh.
Calm down with the rats.
What?
I have a thing with rats.
Yeah, I understand.
With rats.
Yes.
And you're on a team with
What
me.
is with him in the underwear, man?
I'm an assassin. Why would I share my liabilities?
Suffering you a pretty leaf to show your Indians no harm.
Why the fuck would I want to leave? Just get the rats out of here.
Wow.
Recover flag before moving on to the city.
Dude's helmet, man.
That's where they're holding flag.
Yeah, he deserves to die for that bad shirt he's wearing.
You might just get your wish.
Damn. Okay, yeah. Motherfucker.
Ah.
Damn.
Jesus.
Damn. Oh, damn. That was pretty cool.
That's pretty funny. Oh, shit.
Damn.
No one likes to show off.
Unless what they're showing off is dope as fuck. Fuck.
This is banter. Hey.
Ooh. He does show the fuck without speaking.
Are you drinking tea?
This is Sol Soria. She's the leader of the freedom fighters, the resistance trying to take down the current government. They saved my life.
They took out the freedom fighters.
Why did my people not alert me of your arrival?
Put this on.
Did she get to shower at least?
Right?
Oh, wow. I'm a princess.
What?
Was that a tiara on her head?
I agreed to meet with you just to appease them. However, upon spending the day with you, I find myself hardly able to think straight.
You look like he got
Spending
those.
the day.
Right, but he looked like he got those. What the hell? He looked like he got them Snapchat filter eyes on.
I like they were
Oh,
de-aging him.
shit. Oh, shit. Damn.
Okay.
Somebody's hungry.
I mean, I'm starving just like the next person, but damn.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
And anyone they ever loved will be sent to Jotunheim.
Their kids, bro.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
All the cruelty. Tears you apart after a while.
Considering she's, you know.
Right, I guess that makes sense.
I like
Yeah.
That they gave her
Right.
some depth.
I can't believe this thing had a bullet.
She's so casual, man.
All right, this is
I killed her.
wild.
Okay, what else?
This is wild.
What is it?
It's an interdimensional virus.
Ah.
Fuck is that?
My mother was a scientist at Star Labs, and she was obsessed with turning me and my brothers and sisters into superheroes. Everywhere.
Wow. This basically feels like a Marvel movie, or kind of. No, it reminds me of his Toxic Crusader type of work. Remember that movie?
Oh God.
Right.
Aren't they remaking that?
Yeah, it's like his really old school work. It's him unfiltered, you know, without the Disney handcuffs on, restraints. Whoa. Num num.
Dude, that mask is awesome.
Let's see. Hey, hey. Oh my God, really?
Yeah, hey, that's what you...
Is that's yeah, that's her. Yeah.
What's up, Palm?
Nice.
That palm.
I kinda need a drink myself.
What is he doing?
Look at Dave go, okay.
Like a
What
boss.
the hell?
Ew.
Wait, is he doing
Oh,
a
his
yeah.
mom.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh God. And then he's doing the Saturday Night Fever. Oh.
That's so creepy. John Cena's clothes are ridiculously short. It's
Right.
funny.
Yeah, I think he literally was the same.
That shirt, man.
Wow.
It's like he's got a high school girl's.
But I think this is a nod to classic film.
Yeah, feels like it.
Operation Jotunheim.
There's something we gotta take care of first.
How many meta-powered teammates arrive with you to Corto Maltese?
69.
69? How could you get 69 troops into the...
Yo, every movie she's getting tortured. Like,
What are they texting?
right?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God. Yep.
I mean, you're gonna die.
Oh yeah, that's one with crack. Oh
God
wow.
damn.
I mean, she is flexible.
Where's the was strong?
Ooh. Yep, here we go. Oh shit. Wow.
Really, you think you're gonna stop her?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh my
Oh. Right in the clavicle. Damn.
God. Ooh.
That's
There we go.
yeah.
What were you saying about John Wick? Yeah.
Yeah. Like he trained her? The hell?
Yeah, because why not?
Ah.
It's her superpower.
That's how she feels when she's
Right. Yeah, look at
Just
that.
like
Yeah.
that.
3, 2.
What are you guys doing?
You, here to save you.
You were gonna.
Really good plan, too.
Well, I can go back inside and you can still do it.
That's patronizing.
What's up with that? Okay.
explosives.
Yeah, but I like it. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I swear, I think this is also every movie Harley is wet in the rain.
Hmm.
Squad.
No, damn.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Damn.
Goddamn.
I'd be taking that phone call.
Yeah. I think that was the biggest reaction to the movie so far.
Yeah.
Your government didn't send you here to protect the world from alien technology.
They
Your
can
government
control
sent
it,
you here
yeah.
to cover up their part
Oh.
of it. The United States made a secret deal with the Koto Maltese government to conduct their illegal experiments
Shocker.
here in Jotunheim.
Wow.
Behind me.
He only has a
have
few,
somebody
yeah.
Goddamn people deserve to know. I'm tired of covering up their dirty little secrets. This time these sons of bitches gonna be held accountable.
Oh, shit.
I can't let you do that, Colonel.
Excuse me? They experimented on children.
No one is saying what they did was right.
They experimented on children!
That information gets out, it causes an international incident.
Who's correct?
You follow Peacemaker or
I don't know. That's a good
this one?
Suicide. Civil War. Suicide Edition. Never did I ever think we were going to get a Starro, right?
James Gunn was like, I need something
We need to... Yeah.
so different.
I mean, it makes sense because, like back in the day, WB was all about that. A giant spider every time, right? Here we go.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow. Wow.
Damn.
Wow. I noticed the movie has dramatically changed. The entire tone has kind of changed.
Yeah.
Like the first half is kind of a lot of slapstick comedy or whatever, or just. But now it's like
There's
completely
more
dramatic.
serious.
Yeah.
Damn.
Super dramatic. Yo, just stomp on the drive. Oh shit. Oh, damn, in the heart? Oh shit.
Oh yeah, he's done.
Peacemaker. What a joke.
Wow.
Fiddlesticks. Oh damn.
Wow. Wow.
They're so fucked up.
The way some of these people get taken out, though.
They killed Milton!
Who? Wait.
Milton was still with us? No, he stayed back with the bus. What was Milton gonna do? He was helping us.
Who's Milton?
He's been with us the whole time.
Somebody named Milton has been with us
Right?
the whole time.
Right? Damn. What?
Explosives.
I guess that's what started the
Chain reaction of it going off too early.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
You gotta be kidding me. Of all the dumb deaths, do not kill King Shark like that, please.
Is he dead? Yeah. Oh.
Damn.
Fine. I hope you just pissed it off. Nice. Holy shit.
Damn.
I wonder if that's gonna be the spear that kills Starro.
It's gotta be.
Right.
I mean,
you know what? Like, I'm
nothing
still
else
waiting.
is coming.
Right. Right. Yeah. What?
Okay.
Really?
Hats off to the architect.
Right.
Sorry, kid.
Wonderful craftsmanship.
There you go. Nice. I swear, if these bullets touch each other. Right, smaller circle. What did they say? Yeah, yeah, a hole in the...
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Ew. Bebo. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Eso significa que yo soy el presidente.
And what?
Diga.
Kind of forgot about this side plot.
Oh my God, Miss Waller. We've got a freaking kaiju up in this shit.
Really?
Wow. But you know what? I gotta give them credit. At least it's not like just a giant CG battle.
Yeah. Same.
It's
because that
a zombie.
Would really be disappointing.
Corto Maltese is no longer a U.S. ally.
Wow.
If anything, the White House will consider fomenting disruption in a hostile nation a positive development.
Wow.
I wonder how much of what she's saying is true.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. I was like, are they really gonna even care? Are they really gonna even care? Like, you know, it kind of reminds me of was it Puerto Rico when they got attacked by?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn around now, goddammit! You dumb piece of shit!
She's losing her mind.
Yeah. Who else can pull?
Wow. Oh
damn.
Depending on what they do, if Flag really didn't survive the new leader.
Right.
Oh damn.
Wow. Okay, I can kind of see how he took out Superman with a bullet. Whoa.
He's holding that. I'm like,
whoa.
It's Nerf or nothing. God damn.
I like that. Your mother. Yeah. Oh God. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
That is so weird.
Wow.
I feel bad for laughing. Oh.
I'm a superhero! I'm a motherfucker!
No, you're gonna.
He's dead. Yeah.
Took his eye off the ball too long.
Yep. Now what? Wow. This dude's playing Halo. Oh shit.
Damn.
I mean, I think that's the cool thing about the Suicide Squad is the fact that, you know,
You can pretty much do what you want.
yeah, exactly.
This city is mine.
Okay, Karen.
Oh.
Yep, there we go. Javelin throw.
She didn't throw it.
Oh, wow.
What the?
Oh my God. And the
So
rats
this
followed.
is like a homage to the first one where she falls in the
Right. Oh wow.
That is so
Ew,
gross.
they're gonna eat from the inside now.
Like, this is nasty
I
on
didn't-
so many levels.
I didn't know that's how this went down from the trailer. Oh God.
Thank you.
Huh?
Felt myself drifting
It's okay.
because that was gross. Cute, but gross at the same time.
It was hard. Oh, are you serious?
He's alive? Really?
Hey man, sequel potential.
That's okay.
Sequel potential.
What do you guys want him for?
Just to save the fucking world, that's all.
Okay. So they're doing a Peacemaker TV show.
Oh, that's right.
Right. So that's how that fits into all that. What did you think?
Well, I enjoyed the movie. It was definitely crazier than I thought it was going to be.
I agree.
I don't know why I expected it to be tamer.
So did I. Like, yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. I think subconsciously it's like, because what we were talking about earlier, leaving Marvel Disney, coming over to Warner, it's like, well, since I'm coming for you guys, I'll play it safe, kind of thing. I'm so glad it wasn't.
No, this was definitely James Gunn without the Disney restraints.
Yeah.
And again, it goes back to it's really his old school style.
Yeah. And that's what made him famous. That's
Right.
What got him out
Exactly.
there.
Yeah.
Tonally, I liked the movie a lot because it felt serious when it needed to be, slapstick over the top, funny. And then it had, like you mentioned, Toxic Avenger gore, which is just what? I liked Harley more in this. She was less whiny.
Yeah.
And her character felt like she had more depth to it outside of
without
the crazy stuff.
Without
knowing the
without
stuff.
being in your face, sort of.
Yeah, without it being forced.
Exactly. Like the script didn't really like just straight explain it and dumb it down to you. Like, okay, this is going to be the part where Harley finds more of herself or something like that.
Yeah, because like the Suicide Squad.
Right.
I didn't mind so
Harley's,
much.
yeah.
But what was it? Harley Quinn and the Emancipation of Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey and the Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Right.
Whatever the one of the two titles ended up being.
Right.
I don't know. It was okay, but some of the things felt forced because like, well, I have to do things on my own.
Right. Right.
Then just do it.
Right.
This one, she's like, screw all that. bullshit.
Interesting enough for me.
And she's matured.
Well, what I found so interesting about this one is that it really felt like a comic book script, actually.
Right.
You know, so if you pick up any sort of Suicide Squad sort of comic book, when you see this stuff, it never really has, again, that forced exposition or character explanation. They generally will have a few panels dedicated to each character, just a little bit, and
then it just goes into the story.
Yeah, like especially that one scene with Harley. When she kills whatever that guy was, she's kind of giving an exposition of herself of what she's thinking, right?
Yep.
And that's something that you will see like right out of the comic books, where there's a whole sort of explanation, and then the guards come running in, and it's going to be a full panel of her. She's like, yeah, I know, and it just moves. Even some of the pacing was like, jumped around that same way.
Yeah, and it's like camera work was done similar to that. His camera work felt like either going from one panel to another in a comic book,
right,
or like a kind of like a video game.
Yeah.
And I really liked that.
That was cool.
Character-wise, when they announce which ones they're going to use, I'm like, I guess they're doing it for licensing. And then I look at it, it's like, yeah, that's actually kind of smart. They're using characters people would not expect and doing stuff with them, because every issue of the Suicide Squad feels like that. And this being the Suicide Squad feels closer to the more recent comic books.
That makes sense. And then
because each character is slightly updated.
Something that was kind of clever in the beginning that
the misleading team, because it's like, what?
So this is what was kind of cool, because this wasn't a very typical sort of comic book movie. It wasn't even a typical storytelling, and they did a really good job of kind of like subsiding your expectations and segueing into, okay, this is the actual movie. So I kind of like that, because in the beginning, both you and I were just kind of scratching our heads like so is this the new DCEU? Is this what
Did it feel like they were killing the idea of the original Suicide Squad movie?
Right.
Because you had this big bad with these people who had next to nothing powers. Don't get me wrong, it's like putting Batman against Darkseid. Okay, it's heavily unbalanced, but something's going to happen. But when it comes to them, it's like, you picked them because you wanted them to initially stop Superman. I'm like, really? That doesn't make any sense. And then watching this, and the only way they lead into it is like, okay, to give this character credit was like, oh, he shot him with a kryptonite bullet and, and hurt him and put him in the hospital or whatever. okay, so his character has some merit because he prepared against something bigger than him.
There you go.
Then the other characters, there's something there for them. So it's like, well, how do you get rid of this big bad? Oh, just invite some rats. Oh.
No, I think it was a very clever way. That was a very clever way of introducing the sort of main squad, and then the fact that
sucked.
Right.
They were just bad.
The distraction, but that was, but
that was clever though.
It was clever, and at the same time, I thought it was also clever the way they were killing off the characters. Like throughout, it wasn't just right in the beginning. It was like, okay, they subverted our expectations in the beginning by like killing a bunch of them in the beginning, and then you're
making
like,
them look cool,
right?
If you can, and then it's like, okay, time to go, because like, all right, you're in a gunfight, a javelin,
right?
Really,
right?
Unless you spin it super speed to block gunfire.
But the fact that
people,
even one of the taglines for advertising was the fact that no one's safe. But again, I just thought that they were just going to kill off everybody early on in the beginning, and then you were going to have your core group, kind of very similar from what they did with like Slipknot. I honestly,
that was his name. Yeah,
I honestly did not expect that throughout the entire movie that more and more people were going to die. So
including innocent bystanders. Yeah, I was going to say. So that tagline fits perfectly. It's like nobody's safe.
And then it was a good reminder that this isn't a superhero team. These aren't heroes. So if they're killing people in the crowd, innocent bystander, or whatever, right?
That's one of my favorite scenes, because they're like trying to one up each other. It's like, oh man, this is cool, that's cool, and they're so quiet and so stealthy. And then it's like, so how come no one told me?
Right.
I'm supposed to be alert. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
We're having crazy problems right now. So
technical issues that are now being resolved.
There you go. But at least we got the audio. So here's the question that I think a lot of people are going to ask, is because this is definitely a movie with a tone we've never seen before within like the DC world, right?
The closest thing to it would be Snyder minus the comedy, like people dying. I mean, action-wise dying. I don't mean like the acting. I mean, as far as violence goes, there hasn't really been anything violent in the DCEU.
But even that, but I would disagree with that, because of the fact that even if Snyder had people dying, but it wasn't in that sort of tone. It was not even funny.
No, I just mean death in general, like people dying on the side, and you just keep moving on.
Right, but it was never like overly graphic and things like that. Like the worlds were ending, and it was depressing, but it wasn't
getting blown up is pretty graphic.
What are you talking like?
Bad guy in Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Wonder Woman comes in, those bombings up in the air, and then she turns around and does this, and the entire building explodes.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because people brought that up, I was like, oh.
Yeah, but we weren't seeing people, like, again, it was more of a depressing situation, not like seeing bodies everywhere. Like this was graphic. But what I'm trying to say is the tone of it all is very different from anything we've seen in DC. Is this something that you'd want to see for the future of DC films? Would you want it to be this kind of tone?
Not for everything,
right?
Because I do like variety.
Right.
Just like if it's a Star Wars franchise, or if it's Marvel, whatever, I like there to be tonal changes to fit the story or maybe that character. But in general, yes, I liked the tone of this. So if there were a follow-up to this, I'd like it to stick to this kind of tone. So, like you mentioned, the Peacemaker TV show. If it's done like this, I'm going to enjoy it a lot.
I think that's fair. I think within the James Gunn world, I think it fits. It's got there are hints of Guardians of the Galaxy where you just don't take it. You don't take it too seriously. No. But it will be a little weird to see if is this the same world that mixes with Shazam? Not the
Shazam
Batman.
Would be pretty close.
Kind of match, right?
Because when you have those demons eating people and stuff in the conference room, that's pretty gory.
Okay. Fair enough.
And then you have the slapstick comedy.
Right.
If I'm like this, if it's Suicide Squad specifically, it needs to be something like this, because considering they're villains, they're not heroes. They're villains that become anti-heroes for the sake of the story, people are going to die. Not necessarily have to be innocent people, but there's going to be death.
And I guess that's also...
And I like that they have that freedom to do what they want to.
Right. Well, you mentioned... So we were talking about how, they kept on mentioning Santa Prisca, Bane's hometown, right? Santa Prisca?
No.
They said it so many times, but anyways,
yeah.
And I was like, as much as they keep on mentioning it, and as mixed as they have it, I kind of want to see Bane, but that actually, that's kind of what it got me thinking, is the fact that in this movie you can have Starro, but you could have him in a Justice League movie, but it just wouldn't be handled the same way. So in this sort of sense, Starro is kind of a kaiju, and you can use him in a way where, it looks kind of funny sometimes, but it worked well in this world.
Yeah, and Starro, and also the character Starro, depending on the story, has been different.
That's
sizes.
a good point. Yeah.
So it's like you have Starro where he's like the size of an iPhone, and he's in love with Batman, looking at Batman as a father figure, or he is this larger than life character where it's like the Justice League or the Justice Society or whoever is there at that time has to stop him or bring the reins in on him because he's gone too far, thinking he's doing the right thing. So it's like in this case they made him like straight up villain. It's like, all right, it's simple.
Yeah.
You have A, B, finished. If you have, like you mentioned, the Justice League dealing with it, it could still be just as interesting, even if they kept the tone like this.
Right.
But it would also be more fantastical because everybody has a power.
I think so, yeah. No, it worked,
minus Batman, but he's got a whole bunch of gadget stuff, so he'd be closer to Bloodsport in this. It was like everything he touched was something different.
And it did work well. I think it worked well in the sense that throughout the entire movie, you never really were hoping you would see like more nods to the greater DCEU like that. Where
like
I think that's
subtlety,
what,
the subtlety throughout the movie was nice. I mean,
never once was I like hoping the Joker would show up or something like that.
Okay, that's one of the other things. It's like people were talking about, how come you're not using the Joker? How come you're using the Joker? Nothing against Jared Leto. I mean, he did what he did with his character and made it his, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Some people like it, some people don't. But at the same time, I'm glad they didn't have him in there because I don't like it where Harley has to be tied
dependent upon
him,
right,
or tied to Poison Ivy. I like that she could be herself,
right,
and she could pair with this person or this person.
And I think that's
because it takes away from her.
And that's something that I think, in some sense, this movie succeeded where Birds of Prey failed, because as much as they were having a very Gotham formed area, I'm like, yo, if you're doing Gotham this hard, like, where's Batman? Like, I gotta, or where are any of his kids?
Even if it was like throwaway dialogue, like, oh, they're out on a mission, or they've been accidentally, stuck in Arkham trying to fight off, an outbreak, whatever, anything.
But it's just one of those things. If you're going to be doing it that hard, so I think that's what worked really well about this particular movie is that
they stayed away from it.
I never thought about at the end I did think
you were thinking you did mention Bane. It's like it'd be cool to see Bane,
right?
And
just a little bit, just because it was so hard on
I'm like, if when they went to see Starro and they had a tank where Bane or an experiment that becomes Bane later on. There's like, oh, that's kind of cool, but I'm also glad they did do it because
it takes away from it.
It takes away from it, and it feels like it's shoehorned in.
Yeah, fair enough.
But having it set up to say, oh, maybe something happens later on down the line, that's cool.
So yeah, I mean, that's good.
Peacemaker, they bring him back, and maybe because of that and the information that they had for Starro,
I'm with you on that.
Start working on Bane. Oh, that's cool.
So this was a pretty interesting sort of experiment of how to do a DC movie with kind of like these D-leaguers or and then few B and A listers here without really making it feel like there's any inclusion in the greater DCEU. So that's very interesting. Like, it's very different from what we've seen DC try to do. So
I looked at it as more of, like you mentioned, this is how you do a DC movie. Not just that DC movie, but also looking at how you do a comic book movie.
Yeah.
You have fun with it.
Exactly.
Even if it's serious, have fun with it. Because it felt like everybody that was on this production,
very standalone,
even if they died, had fun with their characters up until that. And they acted completely different from how we usually see them. Whether he was like, hey, look, I really enjoyed working with these people, so let me grab this person and this person and this person and throw them in there. So even the small cameos. I'm like,
Idris Elba, even in a very solid movie. I mean, he's been in very good movies, but this was a very solid one.
I really liked him in this because he was really different from how you usually see him in most of his stuff.
Right.
The interaction with his daughter, I loved. I mean, it broke my heart to see a father and daughter being like that.
It was good.
But it was
it was
nice
very
because
believable too. Yeah. I think
hats off to her too, because I mean, she really
Margot Robbie, all of them. Dave.
And dude, watching this made me like her character.
I agree.
More.
I think this was, in some ways, the best Harley Quinn
and
that
it
we've
felt
got.
like her character's being redeemed.
I agree with that one. And then Dave was a huge standout. Polka Dot Man I was like, wow.
Dude, he was awesome. His character was so creepy cool. His dance scene did make me think of Baron Zemo.
I got it. And then
but I was like,
Sylvester Stallone.
But he's got more dance moves.
I think wow. I'm very taking these bizarre Rugrat type DC characters and making them very well known. James Gunn, he did it again. So
you need to do a sequel to this. And if not a sequel, then you need to do another The Suicide Squad, different story area, whatever. Last point, I like that he didn't stick with the main tropes of cities. And he stayed away from the usual tropes,
which made it,
because when
but that's what made it,
off.
But that's also what made it interesting. It was like, okay, well, we don't.
You didn't know what to expect,
right? And this city getting destroyed, nobody's gonna care, so you guys can leave. So that was kind of cool too.
His stamps of things. So you had your prison scenes, which was very similar in James Gunn's universe kind of thing, and the color tones were very similar. But I like it because I'm in this world, so it's good. So thank you, I appreciate it.
Good job, James.
Yeah.
Full reaction, guys, is available on Patreon. Make sure if you can, see it safe in the theaters. If not, it's available on HBO Max. So yeah.
Keep it super.
Later. Peace.